Hey there guys, it's your boy Milo back at it again, sipping on some holiday shred, coming in a store near you. So anyway, I got some constructive criticism from someone out there, you know who you are. But he told me, Miles, man, you got this holiday shred. You got 7 episodes, working on episode 8, but the people don't know the actual strategy. I mean, you've kind of touched on it a little bit, but they don't actually know your plan. Well, I'm here to tell you. So, we're going to have a strategy. We're going to enforce that strategy, and then we're going to execute. So, all right, guys. So, phase 1 of the holiday shred. For me, I'm starting at 2,200 calories, 150 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, and 200 plus grams of protein. Now let me mind you that these numbers will not be exact, but I'm going to be in this ballpark range. Now, for me, I understand my body type and the way my body works, and this is usually a good starting point for me to start my cuts. But for you, I would suggest that maybe you go online and you can look them. There's many sites that you can type in your body weight, your gender, your age, all these things, and it'll give you a starting point for your calories, right? So for phase 1, there's going to be a 2-week grace period. So basically within these 2 weeks is where you're going to find you a calorie starting point. Maybe 2,500, maybe 3,000, whatever you come up with, that will be your starting point. So for 2 weeks, you will eat that amount of calories, right? Now, for me, 150 grams of carbs is where I want to start with. This is another thing that I suggest you play with. You kind of learn your body type, do a little bit of research. But 150 grams, I'm right now weighing about 170 pounds in weight. So my lean body mass truly would probably be around 145, maybe 150. Maybe, I'm pushing it. But 150 grams of carbs is a good starting point for me, and I eventually will taper down. 60 grams of fat. 60 grams of fat is an optimal level to keep my hormones balanced and still keep my energy up, but I'm not overdoing it, right? So I like to find that mid-range on the fats. And the protein, I do more than 1 gram per pound of body weight. I like to go for around 200, and some days I'll be a lot higher than 200, but typically I don't like to go less than 200. So, pretty much these calories will not be exact, but they will not be over 2,200 calories a day. 150 grams of carbs, they may be a little bit lower. And the fats and proteins, they're going to be in that ballpark range. So for 2 weeks straight, I'm going to eat these calories, eat these carbs and the rest, and I'm going to see what my body does. If I gain weight and I'm holding a lot of water, then I know I need to maybe cut back on the calories a little bit. Maybe take away a little bit of carbs. I want to keep my fats and protein pretty consistent all the time. But if you're gaining weight, take away a little bit of carbs, which will in return take away some calories. See what your body does. And what we want to do, we want to find that maintenance calories. We want to find the amount of calories it takes to maintain your weight. You don't want to gain, you don't want to lose, right? So 2 weeks, we're going to do this. That will be phase 1. All right. Hey there, guys. Gains. Okay. So I hope y'all got phase 1. If you didn't, I would suggest that maybe you rewind, replay a few times till you get a better understanding. If not, send me a comment, comment in the video area, somewhere down below, and I will get back to you. I only got like 25 subscribers right now, so I think I'm at a point where I can answer all your comments the best I can. So, we got phase 2. Now, phase 2 will start. After that 2-week period's over, you should be close to your maintenance calories. We ain't got to be perfect. Remember, when it gets too stressful and it's not so much fun anymore, drop it like a bad habit, you feel me? But, so phase 2 starts after that 2 weeks. We should have our maintenance calories, right? Okay. Now, phase 2, we will begin the carb cycling program. Let me repeat, carb cycling. Now, I'm also fasting, which you don't have to do, but I think it's something everyone should try. You know, see if it's your cup of tea. But I enjoy fasting. It makes getting lean easier, and I think it's good on the digestive system, so on and so on. But so I would typically fast to about 2 in the afternoon, 1 to 2 in the afternoon. Sometimes longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, but typically about 1 in the afternoon I would break my fast. So for phase 2, carb cycling. So Monday will be 2,200 calories. 150 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein, okay? So Tuesday, on my low carb day, will be around 1,900 calories. Guys, I didn't calculate these numbers up to give you the exact number, but this is just an example of how it will work. So I'm basically going to cut my carbs in half. So this will be a high carb day. This will be a low carb day. We'll just call it that. So Tuesday will be about 1,900 calories, 75 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein. Now remember, your fats stay the same, the protein stays the same. The only thing that changes will be your carbs. And in return, your calories are going to drop. So what I will do is for phase 2 is you'll have 3 days of moderate carbs. You'll have 3 days of low carbs. Now, you can pick any days of the week in any order you want to have those days. As long as it's 3 moderate carb days, 3 low carb days. That's 6 days. So that one day you can guess what I'm going to do with that. You got it. It's going to be a cheat meal. Not a cheat day, but a cheat meal. And, you know, one thing I would suggest is if you can fast all day or just eat strictly protein that whole day until you have your cheat meal, at the end of the day, believe it or not, you actually won't be really going too far over your carbs or calories if you do that. I mean, it will be over to some degree, but it won't be bad. So if you have one cheat meal throughout the day or the morning, afternoon, you drink. See, I do my egg whites, just straight protein, you know, no carbs, keep the fats low, save all your carbs for that cheat meal, and you're not going to spill over, and you're still in a good range. So 3 moderate carb days, 3 low carb days, 1 cheat meal. And that's what we're going to do for phase 2. And you're going to continue to do that until your fat loss stops. So you'll be able to do phase 2 for a while. You're going to be losing weight, but eventually your fat loss will stop. Now, once that fat loss stops, cut. Unreal. Anyway, guys, please excuse the handwriting, the format, the font. It looks horrible. I know it looks very, very crappy, but I think you get the gist. I hope you get the gist. So anyway, phase 3. I hope that you start catching the trend of what I'm doing, and hopefully I'll explain it good enough to you. So phase 3 will start when your fat loss stops or your weight stalls. Then you go to phase 3, but you never go to the next phase until you hit a plateau. And once you hit a plateau, the key factor is you always want to make a change. Either a change in your diet, or you want to add more cardio. But the end result, you want to change your calories ultimately. You want to be dropping calories through your diet, or you want to be burning more calories through your activity, your workout, your cardio, whatever it may be. But you never do everything at one time. You always keep an extra tool in the shed, if you get what I'm saying. So phase 3, we got 4 low carb days. Then you got 2 moderate carb days. Now, like I said, your moderate carb days are your 150 gram carbs a day. your low carb days are your 75 grams of carbs a day. Or for you, it may be different. Off of your body weight and your body type, your high carb days may be higher and your low carb days may be higher than mine. But this is the gist of the program. So phase 3, 4 low carb days, once again, 2 moderate carb days, and you still got that 1 day for a cheat meal. You reserve that 1 day for a cheat meal. Now, I want to tell you guys, depending on your body type, if you're a hard gainer and you're a person who has a very high metabolism, which I ain't blessed with, shout out to Dustin if you see this, but if you have a high metabolism, you can do a cheat day, and your carbs can be a lot higher than mine, but I'm somewhere in that mid-range. So if you're a hard gainer, fast metabolism, you can have a cheat day all day long and it won't affect you. But people like me, it's better for me to do a cheat meal. And I save that meal towards the afternoon. Like I said, I save all my carbs throughout the day for my cheat meal. And that way I don't spill over. So really it ain't a cheat meal. I'm still pretty much on the diet. I'm just eating something I enjoy to eat, right? Okay, so that is phase 3. Now I'm sure you can pretty much guess what phase 4 is going to be, but I'm going to explain it to you. So, commercial, back at it again on the Milo's strategy, right? So anyway, excuse me guys, I'm getting a little cotton now. Alright, phase 4. I'm sure you can guess it, but I feel better if I explain it to you. So for phase 4, this means that we were in phase 3, but guess what? My weight loss stalled out. It stalled out for about a good week to 2 weeks. My weight is my average weight ain't dropping no more. It was dropping about 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. Well, guess what? That weight stopped. I got 2 abs showing, but I need that 3rd ab showing, so I got to make a change, man. So what are we going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to go to phase 4. Anyway, you got 5 low carb days. 1 moderate carb day. 1 150 gram carb day. And you still have that 1 day for your cheat meal or your cheat day depending on your metabolism. Now, I do want to explain this to you guys who don't want to count calories, who don't want to use a food scale, who don't really want to bother with that. This strategy can still work for you. If you just kind of monitor your carb intake and you tell yourself, okay, today I'm going to eat what I think is maybe moderate carbs. And then one day you say, you know what, I'm not going to eat any carbs today. I'm just going to do meat and vegetables. Keep it simple, right? If you're not going to count carbs, the easiest way to do it is like a keto style. Just meat and vegetables. That'll be your low carb day. So you don't have to weigh it. You don't have to count it. But my point is you can still use this strategy if you're not even weighing things or counting carbs or calories. Just have a day where you eat normal carbs, and then have a day where you eat no carbs. And do the same cycle plan that we're doing, and you'll still get results. Now, you might not get the exact results that, per se, the person who does weigh and count will get, but you will get them. And the main key is that you're always changing something. So when your fat loss plateaus, you know, throw in another low carb day and take out a moderate carb day, right? And this will be phase 4. So, anyway. All right, we're back. Excuse me. Fumbling. Fumble! Unreal, you know I had to say it. All right, we're on phase 5 now. I know you're getting tired of all these phases. But I will say this. Not everyone will have to go through these continuous phases and phases and phases. You can stop on phase 4 or phase 3. If your body composition is where you like it and you feel comfortable and you feel good and confident for these holidays, shred it up, then you can stop right there. And then you'll focus more on just maintaining. Now, I'll save that for another video, reverse dieting, maintenance, and all those things. But if you reach a phase to where your body is lean enough and you feel good and happy with it, then stay there. By all means, stick there. You don't have to continue to go down the weight. But for those who need to go a little bit further, you still got a little bit of love handles, little lower back, a little lower chest fat you need to get burnt off. So phase 5, I'm sure you get the trend. Now we're at 6 low carb days. And guess what? There's no more moderate carb days because we still got to have that damn cheat meal. You know what I'm saying? We still got to have that sushi and that teriyaki chicken. You know what I'm saying? That little sip on sip, little drink, whatever you want. I don't know. Hey, but 6 low carb days, 1 cheat meal day. No more moderate carb days. Now, guys, I'm not going to go to a phase 6. I really think that y'all get the gist of this now. And I'm probably sure you're tired of hearing me talking. But the next move would be to eliminate this cheat meal day. It's going to suck. It will suck. But I can promise you, if you've been strict and if you have been weighing your stuff and counting everything like you should and, sticking to it like you should, once you do eliminate that cheat meal day, between a week to 2 weeks, you should be fairly lean. Now, you may not be shredded, but you should be looking pretty good and you should be lean. Now, everything that I've showed you is diet-based changes. This is assuming that your workout and your cardio has stayed the same the whole time. So guess what, guys? You did all this, but guess what? Your fat loss ain't going nowhere. And now 7 low carb days, you're feeling like crap, your testosterone's in the ground, you feel shitty. It's alright, guys. That's why you save a couple tools in the shed. One tool that you can use is, say I'm starting at 15 minutes of cardio a day throughout the workout. You can bump that 15 minutes up to 20, 25, bump it up to 30, 45, whatever. Bump the cardio up. Keep the calories the same, keep the carbs the same, bump the cardio up, right? It's going to drop a little bit of, you're going to burn a little bit of extra calories. Or, say you don't want to do more cardio and you don't want to drop more calories. Fast longer. Say you break your fast at a 14-hour fast or a 16-hour fast. Fast 18 hours or fast 14 hours. Bump your fasting period up. And in return, you'll get more fat loss that way. So, this is the diet game plan. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. It would have took me all day to explain this to you. But this is the fun part of doing what I'm doing and doing what we're doing. It's learning your body, learning how you react to things, learning what works for you and what don't. To me, that's the fun in the process, is learning that. You might fail, but don't be scared to fail because you learned something. And I said that before, but maybe this shit don't work for you. But some of it does. So you learn to do something a little different next time. So for me, what I'll be doing is I will be following this diet into the phases, but I'll also be incorporating more cardio as the phases go on. So I'm starting baseline 15 minutes of cardio a day. And then I will up the cardio to about 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes a day, just depending on my results. So I hope you guys got a good idea of what I'm doing. I know I probably didn't orchestrate this the best. I just said, you know what? I don't like to plan things too much on paper and strategize as far as like what I'm going to say, how these videos will go. Guys, I just like to speak from the heart and to be real and to be straight up, and I freestyle it, man. I just freestyle. I'm like, you know what? Hey, camera, cut the camera on. Let's just see how this goes. Many takes as it take, hey, we gonna get it in. That's just the way it is. Holiday Shred, episode 8. We gonna get this in, man. We're gonna get lean. And like I said, like and subscribe, support your boy. Comment, make it positive though. But if any comments, you have any questions, any constructive criticism from me that can help me be better, I'm willing to take it in, man. I want to see this thing grow and I want us to grow together. So support your boy, man. I love y'all. Keep it real. Holiday Shred. Let's get it.